What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is just gonna be kind of chill, very fun little ASMR type deal. I know it's not ASMR right now, me talking into this, but in a moment I'm gonna be washing the car, and we will be doing just some fun little chill, relaxing kind of stuff. We'll have some music playing, and you guys are gonna get to watch me wash this car. Car is absolutely disgusting. I haven't washed it since before I left for Washington DC a few weeks ago, so paint is a lot dirtier than the camera would show it to be. I think the place where you can really see the dirt on this car is on the spoiler, the carbon fiber on the back. It is disgusting. This car is in definite need of a wash. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So I've got a bunch of chemicals in the garage we're going to be using today, but the main piece de resistance is the Chemical Guys Snow Foam, I believe it's called. I don't have the bottle out here to look at right now. I'm actually be replacing the majority of my detail gear here soon. Wash mitts, towels, clean chemicals, the whole nine. Because I really want to take the detail game to the next level with this car. I really value this car, and I want it to look as good as I feel it should. So we're going to be definitely upgrading the detail game here soon. That's kind of be my next focus with this car, is more just on, you know, getting everything around it taken care of. Now that we've done all the cosmetics, I've got the map sensors ready to go, and doing just maintenance and probably replacing the mirror caps. So just enjoying this car and making it look real good, as well, as good as everything else looks. So anyway, I'm gonna go get everything set up. I'm gonna move the car slightly back to try to get it in the shade here, which doesn't really seem to be doing me very good. I don't think it's very shaded here. I tend to like to wash the car under this tree here because it tends to give me a little bit of shade. I mean, it's a little bit of shade. So I'm going to back the car up a few feet and grab all my stuff, and we'll get started. that wraps up the video today. We got the car cleaned up real good. Did the best I could with what I got. I'm definitely going to be upgrading all my detail stuff pretty soon to get this thing looking perfect. But for the gear that I have right now, I got it done good, I think. The car looks really good. I'm going to change out the drying aid that I use. I'm going to try to change out like the wash mitt. I'm going to change out the drying towel situation, the whole nine, because these towels that I have now kind of suck. Let's stop tracking everything automatically. There we go. So we got this one here, which is what I used in this video. I've got two of these, one blue, one gray, and they do an okay job. But I think for the money that I spent on these, I should have gotten much better performance out of it. So I'm going to be getting some new towels pretty soon as well, because I definitely think that there are better towels for the money. Yeah, the car looks good. I think it came out good. Had to use soap instead of wheel cleaner on the wheels. I typically will use pH neutral wheel cleaner on these wheels. I am going to be actually swapping out the center caps soon on these wheels because they are getting a little chewed up. I mean, I've had these wheels on the car for almost 3 years, so they've seen their better days. I want to get the red caps anyway. I'm a big BBS fan, as some of you guys may know, and my favorite thing about some of the BBS wheels is the red center cap. So Koenig offers it as well, so I'm going to go ahead and get a set for these once they're back in stock. Carbon fiber looks good as new. That's just why I mentioned at the very beginning about changing the mirror caps out, was going to be moving to carbon fiber on those to match the spoiler, and these black plastic ones are cracking anyway. All in all, car looks good. The only thing that I really didn't get to clean was the majority of the interior, because half of my microfibers have been used for stuff that I don't remember what they've been used for. I leave them out to dry after I use them, and then they just get used in other projects. So I'm probably going to have to buy some new of those too, so I know which ones are which. So I didn't clean my steering wheel like I wanted to. I didn't get to put any protectant on the dash and all that kind of stuff and clean that off. And since I was out of wheel cleaner, I didn't get to clean my exhaust tips. So definitely stuff that I could have improved on there. But I think for what I had in today's video, I just kind of decided I was going to come out here, wash the car, and film it. That was what I could do best. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, where we install a full sound system in this car, door speakers, tweeters, and a subwoofer. So thank you all. See you guys next time, and have a good day.